AS Roma is based in one of the most historic cities in the world, Rome. Known for its iconic architecture, Rome holds many cultural treasures from ages past. Yet, there is one place close to every Roman football fan's heart, the Stadio Olimpico. This stadium has been Roma's home for over 70 years, but much like many other older stadiums, Stadio Olimpico can no longer meet the needs of modern games. As such, the club faces a pressing challenge. How do you preserve the immense experience of Stadio Olimpico while building a stadium that can take Roma into the future? Welcome to Big Builds. Today, we'll dive into AS Roma's answer to that challenge, the new AS Roma Stadium. This stadium plans to have everything from a sustainable design to modern amenities to a plan for community engagement. It's $1 billion commitment to revitalizing the city of Rome and reshaping what a stadium can be. But will this grand project truly live up to the legacy of Stadio Olimpico? And how will it transform the experience for fans, the local community, and the city itself? For years, AS Roma has called Stadio Olimpico home, but as with all things, age has made the stadium outdated. The stadium was built in 1953, and it's been called home by both Roma and their rival, Lazio. The stadium has long shared history with football, but with outdated facilities, accessibility limitations, and a multi-sport focus, it lacks the unique immersive experience that top-tier football clubs are now creating with exclusive fan-centered stadiums. In recent years, football stadiums worldwide have evolved beyond sports venues. They've become entertainment hubs, economic catalysts, and showcases of innovative architecture. Due to the changes many new stadiums are bringing to the table, anyone left behind is sure to suffer losses. Roma's leadership saw this shift and recognized an opportunity to not only give fans an improved matchday experience, but also to contribute to Rome's urban development with the revenue a new stadium can provide. The design for this stadium was made by the renowned architects, Populous. They're a very popular firm that has some exceptional projects under their belt. This includes Wembley Stadium and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so it's clear that their inclusion should serve as a major asset to Roma's new stadium. The stadium is being designed to have a seating capacity of around 60,000, which is less than the Stadio Olimpico's current capacity of 70,000 seats. But it is going to compensate for the decrease in seating with a bunch of other innovative features. Being a multi-purpose facility is a key goal for the stadium, which is set to feature a club museum, Roma store, a sports and fans bar, a gym, and a special section dedicated to esports. Some 5,500 seats of the total capacity will be allocated to VIP offerings through the likes of skyboxes and other corporate seating. The new stadium is intended to be surrounded by greenery, with around 140,000 square meters of parkland around the venue. If you're enjoying incredible mega projects like this, make sure to subscribe to Big Builds for even more amazing content. In addition, there will be a 47,000 square meter area, which will feature an outdoor amphitheater and a sports center with 5 courts apiece for tennis and paddle, along with 3 for basketball and 3 football pitches. Roma is also seeking to provide 4,044 parking spaces and 10,000 stalls for bicycles and motorcycles, as it aims to meet a target that the majority of fans utilize public transport to travel to games. All of this has been planned for a few years now, but we're still waiting on confirmed details once the construction actually begins. So, why is this stadium being built? It's not simply to replicate the Olimpico, but to meet AS Roma's aspirations of creating a world-class venue that aligns with the demands of a modern, environmentally conscious, and fan-focused experience. Located in Rome's Piet Laurata district, the stadium site was strategically chosen for its proximity to major transport hubs like the Roma Tiburtina high-speed rail station. This choice makes the stadium easily accessible for fans arriving from both within and outside Rome. Major transit lines are planned to lead directly to the stadium's doorstep, relieving much of the traffic congestion that plagued the Stadio Olimpico area. The seating arrangement is structured to give every spectator a clear, unobstructed view of the field. The sightlines are planned to be optimized for football-specific configurations. One of the coolest features it's planned to have is an upgraded Curva Sud, a 14,000-seat replica of the Curva Sud. AS Roma's most passionate fan section is planned to give the stadium a uniquely Roman feel. echoing the club's rich history. Considering the current trend in stadium renovations around the globe, it's expected that the new AS Roma Stadium will also feature such designs if it aims to focus on sustainability. This would be reflected, first of all, in the stadium's lighting, which should be powered by energy-efficient LED systems. These systems provide clear visibility during night games, while reducing overall power consumption. The technical infrastructure should also feature integrated screens, high-speed Wi-Fi, and digital ticketing systems. In addition to the stadium itself, the surrounding complex will include entertainment facilities, shopping areas, and Roma's training center, creating a true sports and lifestyle hub in the heart of Pietrelcina. This mixed-use approach is expected to generate substantial economic growth, providing job opportunities and attracting tourism to the area. Finally, the stadium's design pays homage to the legacy of AS Roma. The new stadium is inspired by classical Roman architecture. As such, it's more than simply aesthetic. It symbolizes the enduring strength and passion of Roman fans. The new AS Roma Stadium, it successfully utilizes the old and the new with these deliberate design features, maintaining a feeling of legacy as it moves forward. However, everything isn't exactly sunshine and rainbows. Archaeological complexity and bureaucratic holdups make the road to the new AS Roma Stadium anything but easy. Let's examine the main challenges the project has encountered and the steps the club is taking to get past them. Navigating Italy's intricate bureaucratic system? Well, it's been one of the biggest challenges. In Italy, building permits for major infrastructure projects frequently need the consent of several tiers of government. This can slow down timelines considerably. For the new AS Roma Stadium, it's been no different. The previous plan for a stadium in the Tor de Valle area stalled due to years of negotiations, political resistance, and rejections from local authorities. Even after moving the project to Pietrelcina, obtaining final approval, it's involved addressing concerns from Roma's regional council, environmental agencies, and neighborhood communities. Furthermore, the project has faced opposition from local businesses and residents concerned about increased traffic and environmental impact. For instance, local protests resulted in the suspension of archaeological surveys on the Pietrelcina site for several months, temporarily halting progress. Given Rome's rich history, any major construction project in the city is bound to run into archaeological challenges as well. The Pietrelcina district, while more modern than other parts of Rome, it still holds the potential for archaeological finds. To proceed with construction without a full archaeological excavation, it carries the risk that possible important discoveries could block future implementation during the project. During early surveying in 2024, archaeological teams conducted preliminary digs to ensure no significant artifacts lay in the path of construction. However, the constant possibility of discovering valuable historical remains, it could further delay construction. In addition to the archaeological issues, the project must also meet the requirements of the Capitoline Assembly regarding mobility, parking, public transport, and environmental protection. The final approval of the project is therefore subject to these criteria being met. Building a modern stadium that meets both sustainability goals and local environmental regulation, it requires careful planning and significant investment. Although the design is committed to eco-friendly materials and renewable energy sources, local government agencies have scrutinized the project. They demand guarantees that the stadium will minimize its ecological footprint. Meeting these requirements, it involves more extensive planning and more detailed environmental impact assessments than initially anticipated, delaying certain approvals. Moreover, ensuring that the stadium integrates seamlessly into Rome's public transit infrastructure has posed logistical challenges. Planned upgrades to the Quintillani metro station and the FL1 railway extension are vital to keeping traffic manageable on match days, but they require substantial coordination with local transit authorities. These projects come with their own funding and scheduling constraints, adding further complexity to the stadium's construction timeline. AS Roma has publicly stated that the projected cost is around 500 million euros, or approximately $544 million. But recent updates suggest that the total cost of the stadium complex, it could reach up to €1 billion, or around $1.1 billion. This would make it the most expensive stadium in Italy. Inflation, supply chain disruptions, and the rising cost of construction materials could all have contributed to the project's increased budget. Balancing these rising costs while maintaining a commitment to high quality, sustainable design, well, it would pose a significant challenge for AS Roma. Finally, the pressure to create a stadium that honors the legacy of AS Roma while modernizing the fan experience is enormous. Fans are eager for a venue that embodies the passion of the Curva Sud and the atmosphere of the historic Stadio Olimpico. This expectation places extra demands on the design and execution of the project, pushing architects and planners to incorporate elements that celebrate the club's identity and its connection to Rome. Despite all these obstacles, Massimiliano Umberti, president of the 4th City Hall of Rome, he believes that the stadium will be built. Umberti shared that from an administrative perspective, everything is progressing smoothly. Geological surveys have successfully completed their initial phase, and the project has now entered a second phase that includes areas with forced evictions recently carried out by Roma Capitale. A hearing is scheduled for December, which should clarify any remaining administrative hurdles. However, Umberti expressed full confidence in the project, saying he has no concerns that it won't be built. He emphasized that obstacles are steadily being resolved, moving closer to the milestone of laying the stadium's foundation stone. Overall, there are a lot of obstacles that stand in the way of the new stadium being built, but we'll get more clarity over the project by 2025, or at the latest, the beginning of 2026. If the club hopes to get their home complete by 2027 and celebrate their 100th anniversary, Roma are hoping that no more obstacles will arise along the way. The new AS Roma Stadium is planned to blend Rome's historic soul with the demands of a modern, sustainable fan experience. From its strategic location in Pietralata to its fan-focused Curva Sud and environmentally conscious design, this stadium, it promises to bring AS Roma into a bold new era while honoring the legacy of Stadio Olimpico. Thanks for watching Big Builds. If you're excited to see the future of AS Roma's home or have other projects you want us to cover, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's keep the conversation going.